Hi, I'm Ben Miller, and I'm the founder of ChroniFi. We help people simplify their finances by understanding them in terms of time instead of money. Meet Tim. When he's not posing for stock photos, he's an engineer at Google. Tim is a real customer, but Tim's not his name, and we've fictionalized some of his info. Tim's burnt out and ready for a new challenge. Unsure of whether he's financially ready for a change, he looks for personal finance coaching and finds ChroniFi. Within 2 minutes, Tim sees his finances clearly expressed in units of time. His net worth will last him 25 years. And at this rate, he'll be financially independent in only 7 years. Tim likes what he sees, so he plugs in his home, his investment property, and his accounts. And for the first time, he has what it takes to see an accurate picture of his net worth. And more importantly, what it means for him in terms of his time. Now Tim explores this new way of thinking. His coffee habit delays his retirement by 6 months. Now he can make informed choices aligned with his goals. The sandbox helps Tim see what's possible. He can cut his pay from 200K to 150K and still retire at 46. What if he needs to redo his kitchen for 100 grand? It delays his retirement by 2 years, but he's still on track. He learns he's got wiggle room to seek meaning instead of money. Twice a month, Tim comes back to update his numbers. His initial estimate of his monthly expenses is replaced by his actual spending, so metrics like his time until retirement are sure to incorporate the latest data. Tim's confident he'll be able to simply and dynamically track his progress toward financial independence. The effects of his spending and his investment returns are tracked separately, keeping him on track and motivated to make good decisions. Now Tim understands the strength of his financial position, so he takes a new job at a startup, making progress toward fulfillment before retirement. We're a SaaS company. Base pricing is $10 a month. We have 33 paid subscriptions and growing. ChroniFi provides something new. Mint handles the past through budgeting. Wealthfront handles the future through investing. ChroniFi aims at the present, helping people understand how their actions right now impact their overall financial health. Our customers work in finance, tech, and business services, and there are 14 million people just like them. This year, we're going after 2,000 of them. With 40% of professionals exploring a job switch during the first half of this year, the Great Resignation is just the tailwind we need to pass 10 million in revenue in 2025. From there, we aim to be Noom for personal finance, providing content-based and psychologically grounded motivation for better financial decision-making, along with personal finance coaching, which customers have already suggested is a valuable addition. That'll carry us over 100 million in revenue in 2027. I'm the founder of ChroniFi and built most of the product myself. Before that, I traded derivatives at Goldman for 8 years and finally decided it was time to get out and build something meaningful. The mission of ChroniFi is to reallocate human capital to its highest and best use. And these tools gave me the confidence to pull the ripcord, and they can do the same for millions of others. Thank you. I'm Ben Miller, founder of ChroniFi, and we help people understand their finances in terms of time so they can confidently achieve fulfillment without waiting for retirement.
All right. Thank you, Ben. Well done. And great recovery. So next up, Brandon, question for Ben.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. I guess my question would be, I could definitely see myself using a tool like this, but I'm not sure if I would use it continuously. It's probably something I would, try once and then get an input. And then I guess, so I don't know if you have thoughts around, customer retention. It sounds like it's early, so you probably don't have information on churn. But just, how do you think about keeping people and making it sticky?
Awesome. Thank you, Brandon. David.
Probably the other half of Brandon's question is, I'm curious, when did you actually launch? And now you have 29 customers. What have you learned so far in terms of your ability to grow the customer base on a venture scale curve?
Thank you, David. Ishan.
Yeah, hi. So I actually think, like Brandon said, I could see myself using the product, but I'd love to know more bit about what is your retention, if you have any numbers, given that you have a small cohort, as well as what is your cap for acquiring these customers?
All right, great. Let's grab one more. Kira?
Yeah, I was wondering how you reach your customer. Budgeting tools are a really saturated market, and there's actually very little limited user adoption. So curious your strategy there.
All right, terrific. Ready, Ben? You have 2 minutes, please.
Great. Thank you so much for all the questions, Brandon. With respect to continuous use, the enduring value proposition primarily stems from the fact that finance is a moving target. By that, I mean one-off expenses and things like that make it so your expenses are not as constant as you think. And spoiler alerts, expenses are everything in personal finance. And so as that evolves, it pipes through to the rest of your metrics. And so like, for example, right now, I'm dragging around a tail of 12 grand in annual expenses that didn't happen last month, but they're a part of our lifestyle: car, couch, hospital, vacations, things like that. And so getting that amortized and built in is a big deal. And so that's part of the enduring value. David, as for when we launched, the product launched in August. Most of the growth has come since December. So as you alluded, yes, we have, our customer base is small and growing. We have 33 right now. How are we growing that customer base? Obviously, we started out with paid acquisition. That didn't work so well. So then we moved on to Reddit. That moved plenty of people into the top of the funnel, but didn't provide as much as we would hope down the line. And so now we've gotten to our bread and butter, which has been LinkedIn so far, and we're going to be moving with a very, very content-based strategy moving forward. So creating our own content, participating in others, sponsoring influencers, things like that. As for retention and CAC, so far has been mostly guerrilla tactics. And so it's as yet unknown and in many cases free so far. Obviously that's not going to scale, but it's a thesis that we have yet to bear out. As for retention, we've had one person churn. And so very early on, tough to tell, but so far the retention's been great. As for how to reach Kira, budgeting tools are saturated. We're not a budgeting tool. And so we hit a different realm of personal finance, which is behavioral coaching that helps people figure out how to make the right decisions. Where do these decisions fit into the context of the rest of my life? What does it all mean? Love to expand on anything else from there and appreciate your questions. Looking forward to chatting afterwards.